This is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service at 4012 Kalamath. And we had symptoms of water on the main level around the washing machine, as well as water coming out from the light fixture around the staircase downstairs. Water was going down somehow. So we were also told the kitchen sink had backed up recently. Now, whenever I arrived on site, I ran a copious amount of water from both hot and cold in the washer down the standpipe, as well as water running through the kitchen. I never once got any water leak and still have not this entire time I've been here. So I talked to the homeowner, the gentleman, and he asked me to camera this line. And after my cleaning, I'm really glad we did the camera work because there was quite an amount of food and grease buildup in the line, just a few feet from where I'm at. So I had to snake this line like 7 times to get all the grease out. You can see my knife marks right there. I do want to point out that I did go all the way to the sewer with my 3/8 cable. I did bring back feminine hygiene products from the sewer, so you might want to let the tenants know if they have any guests or if there's any women living here to make sure we're not flushing those, because I can back up the sewer. That's kind of a sidebar there. So we are currently 13 feet into, I have pulled the trap from the kitchen. And we're 13 feet out. The laundry and the kitchen are connected. I did locate the line. It's basically going underneath, like it's going above head in the basement bedroom. I'm heading towards the staircase. I'll show you where that line the laundry line meets this. Everything right now for the water appearing on the main level and then seeping down below appears to be a backup. So we want to go ahead and kind of let, whenever we have water just spontaneously appearing around a washing machine, could be really one of 4 different things, as well as the basement. 1, water supply is leaking. That would be continuous and it wouldn't stop until the water got shut off to the house, and that's not happening, so we're ruling that out. 2, a drain is leaking because it's cracked or something like that. Luckily, we have PVC, which has been replaced since the house has been built. This is an older home, so the PVC is in good condition, minus one little dip, and we'll talk about that in a second. The third thing is that a backup, which is what we believe happened. If the water's backing up in the kitchen and they try to run the washing machine, since they're connected, the water's going to come out of the standpipe, and that would explain the water in the light fixture right beneath and around the walls, as well as the water that appeared on the floor around the washing machine. And then the fourth thing would be that we have the washing machine itself is leaking because it's maybe an old appliance, maybe cracked in the tub of the washing machine. I've seen that a couple times. So if they plug up the washing machine and it happens again, but there's no water, appearing, from the drain, then it might be an appliance issue. I'm not very sure it's that either. The washing machine's completely off right now because I was running water with the water hose. So typically these old homes have had grease traps at one point, maybe not, depending on when the age was built. If there was a grease trap, it's been bypassed because we're going to the staircase, we're dropping down, and then we head to the sewer. That's why I pulled back the tampon. So right here, this is as far as my camera will go. Whoa. Nope. Okay. That 2-inch 90-degree turn is hard to get camera through. We're looking straight down right now, and I cannot push any further. Even with water running, it's just stuck there. It's just a tight turn. So this is as far as my line's going to go. But we're looking down, so if there was a leak because of a drain issue, it would be happening somewhere from this point back. Because that would explain why we have, water appearing, in the main level as well as the basement, as opposed to if it was cracked way down low, it wouldn't be coming from the ceiling. Turning on the washing machine water, and you'll see water running at this current time. That's the laundry running right now, so our line's full of water, as you can see, because it's just running a bunch. So keep in mind the water's there because we're running water. So up above a ways is where the water is running. Right here we have a dip. I'm about to turn the water off and show you. So I'll pull back because now we're just in the sole kitchen line. Right where that dip was with a lot of grease, and it took me quite a lot of time to get the grease evacuated. I had to snake it multiple times to go back and forth. So I'll turn the water off now. So the water is off now, and as you can see, we're at the, I'm going to clean off my head of my camera. We're at the pulled P-trap of the kitchen. We're going down the stack. Now we're hitting a horizontal and we quickly turn. Now we're going to kind of continue on. I did run a lot of water right here, so that you might see some residual, which is normal. So as we're traveling along, this is PVC we're looking at. You can see my knife marks on the drain around. The distance indicator is on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Okay, so I located this because it looks like we have some standing water when no water is being ran, and that's been continuous throughout my work. So because of that, that does mean that food accumulation, soap, scum, grease is not going to evacuate the drain as well as it should. And so we'll be underwater for a second. You can kind of see, I mean, we're pretty clear. And then we take a turn and we quickly come out of it. So about a foot or two there, this fitting might be settling a little bit. The way to fix this is to cut the drywall open and replace the pipe. That is one option we can do. We can always build an estimate. However, we would have to start cutting the drywall to figure out how many fittings and distance we need to get replaced, because we now have a laundry joining it. Again, this line heads towards the staircase, and then we get to around the staircase. I'm not sure which side it is, but then it drops down. That's where we go to meet the sewer, where we started our video, which is right here. So the line's now clean. And to our left might be a vent. I'm pretty sure the water running from the laundry is somewhere in this range right here. The other option for maintaining this line so we don't have this issue again, which might be the better of the two depending on who you are and what way you want to tackle this, is maybe just snaking this line once a year, the way that I did today, and you might be able to, instead of paying, a little bit more, you pay a decent amount to have the drain fixed, or you can pay the $221 through Garvin's to have this snaked out once a year, maybe once every other year. And also let the tenants know just to be careful. It is an older home, not to flush anything that's not toilet paper down the toilet, as well as not put, if it can go, if it's food debris, if it can go on a spoon or fork, it needs to go in the trash or compost. As well as being mindful about grease. Other than that, it's PVC drain, so the risk of breaking a line is very, very, very slim with snaking. It's not happened to me in my 5 years, so that's what we call preventative maintenance. It might be advantageous to just go that route, unless you would like to have this just fixed once and for all. Kitchen backup still may occur depending on user. Other than that, I have ran copious amounts of water before and during my work. Right now, everything's dry downstairs. So I believe the problem has been alleviated. And the camera has shown that it is all PVC. It is going to the staircase. The line's now clear because I didn't get it as well as I thought I did at first, so it's a good thing we did the camera. And we do not have a grease trap, which would be a big ordeal. We can luckily say that that's not a problem. If there's any other questions with this service today, when it comes to backups, there are 30-day warranty. So if it does back up again in the kitchen sink or the laundry, give us a call. We will come out and snake it again. However, if it's a leak issue, once this is all everything's been put back together, if there's a leak downstairs again, we want to see if it's the appliance, or we want to see if it's a drain leaking at some point, because I'm not seeing anything wrong. The line's not cracked or separated or anything like that. Just a little dip, what we call a belly, is present. If that's the case, check out the appliance, see if it's leaking, because it might be beating down the staircase. Or two, if there's still a leak in the walls, I recommend, before just having somebody maybe start cutting up in drywall, you have two options. One, you can call a restoration company. My recommendation is Bone Dry. They can do a thermal imaging. As far as I know, that service is free. And they can try to find if there's a leak in the wall before we just start Swiss cheese in the house. Or second is American Leak Detection System. They have even more technology than thermal imaging. They have a wider range of things. They do cost a little bit to come out and check it out. But that would be my next suggestion if we have a leak present, especially if it's not backed up. If it's backed up, give us a call. We'll come and snake it again. But if there's a leak anywhere in the basement or around the washer, check out the appliance or call Bone Dry or American Leak Detection System. They will be able to maybe help you assist in finding a leak, and then we can get a game plan for fixing that. I do believe the block was the issue. If there is a blockage, it will come out of the standpipe behind the washer, and that would explain why there's water on the first floor as well as the basement. If there's any other questions, refer to the invoice summary. There'll be a text version of all this as well. If there's any other questions after that, feel free to give Garvin Sewer Service a call. Again, my name is Caleb. Thank you very much for your time.